All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. So, MicroStrategy, Tesla, and BTC just made it easier to get rich. And reason being, they're just exploding in price right now. Everything is just, the whole market is kind of doing well, but these three assets are really exploding in price. So, we'll take a look at the charts. Things are looking really exciting, especially going into the end of the year. And yeah, very exciting times. Now, before we begin, let me just do a quick mic check, which I think my mic is on. As long as I see this switch on, I think my mic is good. But if you don't hear my mic, then please let me know. Please. All right, so the first stock that we're looking at is MicroStrategy, right? Now, MicroStrategy is basically a BTC, a crypto play. Well, I would just say a Bitcoin play. I mean, it's in crypto, but it mainly focuses on BTC. I'm not sure if they're going to expand that out to Ethereum. I don't think so. I think Michael Saylor is very sold on BTC, and he's just going to keep accumulating. So let me share my screen, and let's take a look at what MicroStrategy is doing as far as the price. All right. All right. If we look at MicroStrategy in the last month, I mean, it went from 227 to 356, right? 227 to 356. That's what MicroStrategy has done. So if we do the math on 226 to 356, what is that, right? All right. So if we subtract 356 from 226, that's $130 increase. Divide that by 226. That is a 57% gain in MicroStrategy in 1 month. 57%, right? And it's crazy, but it's not crazy because you kind of saw this writing on the wall with the Fed decreasing interest rates. So we knew that tech companies like MicroStrategy, Tesla were going to be running. NVIDIA, those type of stocks are going to be running. Now, AI, I think, is making a resurgence, but NVIDIA is up as well, right? It's not as up as much as MicroStrategy, but NVIDIA is doing really well. And yeah, I think this is going to continue. I think MicroStrategy, they continue to buy BTC. If you don't remember, MicroStrategy wasn't a BTC company, right? It wasn't a company that focused at all on BTC. It was a software company. And we'll ask ChatGPT again so we just get an accurate description. What did MicroStrategy do before BTC as a business? Let's see. Before MicroStrategy became known for its Bitcoin holdings, it was a business intelligence and analytics software company. So like I said, it was a software company. Founded in 1989 by Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy focused on creating software to help organizations analyze large data sets to make data-driven decisions. The company offered products in areas like data analytics, business reporting, mobile software, and cloud services. So that's what they did before BTC. But what happened was that company started not to do as well, and Michael Saylor transitioned. He said, there's this thing called BTC, and he kind of actually, I mean, I wouldn't say that he came in late, but I think his company was struggling before BTC was at 40K, and I'm not sure. I think he bought some BTC at 40 or below 40,000. But they say his average buying price is around 40,000. But I think he got hold of BTC before then. But I think his average price was around 40,000. And right now, BTC is hovering close to 90,000. So it was a good play on his part to transition his company just to hold BTC. His company doesn't do anything but hold BTC and basically collect a dividend off of what he's getting. I think he said earlier on X today, on Twitter, that he basically got like 1,600 BTC dividend to pay out to his the shareholders of MicroStrategy. So a very good move on his end, and his price, the stock price is just seeing the benefits. Now, what I could say, this happened last bull run. MicroStrategy ran up and it crashed, right? So if we take a step back and we look at the 5-year chart, uh, it did the same thing in 2020. Okay, it went all the way from 22 bucks to 96. So it did a 4x, right? And then it crashed, right? When the bear market comes back into play, I'm pretty sure MicroStrategy is going to crash, which will probably be around end of 2025, going into 2026. But I think the Bitcoin market is going to be a lot stronger than what it was in previous bear markets, just because we have a lot of institutional investors in the space. And I don't think it's going to fall. I don't think the price is going to fall that hard. And in reality, this market cap, 72 billion, is really not a lot of market cap. So to me, I think by the end of this bull run, we could see MicroStrategy around 600 bucks. I know a lot of people are doing call options. I'm not invested in MicroStrategy, but I see it as a great play. This is something to look forward to, actually, because I don't think it's too late to get into MicroStrategy now, but I wouldn't get into it because I just think, if you were going to do that and kind of see the play from like a while ago, when we're getting close to the bull market, plays like MicroStrategy and Coinbase are stocks to look at and hold long term when the crypto market comes back. And I'm going to be paying attention to that the next bull run, because I'll probably be taking some positions in MicroStrategy and Coinbase as well. It's something I'm always looking at a bull market and saying, how can I take advantage of this next time? So we know this happens every 4 years, the Bitcoin cycle. How can you take advantage of it? So what's going to happen is MicroStrategy, Coinbase is going to drop once big people start taking profit. And then it's going to have a period, a 2 to 3 year period, where it's really not doing anything, like this period right here. This period from 2022 all the way to 2024, MicroStrategy didn't really do much. It just kind of just sat there until BTC started making moves, until we started seeing news like, okay, spot Bitcoin ETF is getting approved, and then boom, Bitcoin goes up in price and MicroStrategy goes up in price. Let's take a look at Coinbase. So Coinbase is 319. This is crazy, right? Because I think it was at 50 bucks when I was looking at it let's 80 bucks Coinbase was at. 80 bucks. And even lower than that, it was at like 40, 50 bucks. So that's a 6x. And just a year and a half, you got a 6x from Coinbase. And the same thing with MicroStrategy, it was the 6x. So that's something I'm looking forward to towards the next bull market, because they're only at 79 billion market cap. By the end of this bull market, they'll probably be at 150 to 200 billion. They'll crash back all the way maybe down to 70 billion. And it'll be a good stock to look at once we go into the next bull market. You always need to take experiences from what you see now in the current bull market and apply it in the future bull markets. You got to learn from your mistakes. This is how you get better with getting gains from stocks and understanding the market and how the market works. And the crypto market is very lucrative if you know what's going on, right? So it's very exciting times. Coinbase and MicroStrategy is one of those are those BTC plays that I think will always do well, especially if they don't go bankrupt, which I don't think they will be the case. So it'll be interesting to see what happens the next bull market. All right, so another interesting stock to take a look at is Tesla. Let me see if my mic is working. Make sure my mic is working. Yeah, my mic is working. All right, so another interesting stock to look at is Tesla. Right now, Tesla was sitting at 180. Tesla was sitting at 180 not 2-3 months ago. It wasn't that long ago. Tesla was sitting at 180 2-3 months ago. And now it's at 320. So again, another opportunity to double your money. Now, this one was a little more situational because, in my opinion, the reason why Tesla's up at 328 is one, because of the results of the election, Trump, because he was kind of really close to Trump and he was pulling for Trump to win. Because of the deregulation, he's going to make it easier for EVs to be pushed out to people. So that is one reason he's getting favorable regulation, because, you know, Trump's going to be in office. He's buddy-buddy with Trump. So that's why the stock went up. And then two, you know, we have interest rate cuts. We just had two in the last 3 months. We had 2 interest rate cuts. So tech plays like Coinbase, MicroStrategy, and Tesla, they go up when interest rates come down. So a lot of people were forecasting Tesla to hit that 350 mark in the next 3-4 years, and it did it within 2 to 3 months. This is why you need to pay attention to the market and see how plays like Tesla move. Know that they're able to go up, you know, 100% within 2 to 3 months, and take advantage of it, right? You got to be taking advantage. There's so many people that are like, oh, it's going to take 3-4 years. You got to understand how the market moves, how these stocks move, and make a journal of it. Okay, Tesla did this because interest rate cuts, political stuff, all these things. You need to keep either a mental diary or an actual physical diary of how these stocks move. So the next time you see a certain play, you can get ready for it. And again, this probably won't happen again for the next 4 years, you know, until we see some really similar setup. But again, the problem with people is that they are short-minded. They have the attention span of a gnat, and they forget about things. They don't take mental notes. So I would hope you see this, and the next time we come around these cycles like this, you take advantage of plays like Tesla, Coinbase, MicroStrategy, and things like that. All right. So, okay. So the last asset that we need to take a look at, the biggest of them all, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going crazy, right? Right now it's sitting at 88,000, but we touched 88, 89. Honestly, I think it's going to bounce from like this 85 to 90 range. And usually what happens when it does this, we start to see certain altcoin narratives take off. The point at which we see all the altcoins take off is probably going to be sometime in the first quarter next year. And it's going to be very exciting. But right now, when BTC starts to, you know, twiddle back and forth between this 85 to 90K range, unless it breaks through that 90K and goes to 100, we're probably going to see an altcoin season. And like I've been saying, popular narratives like AI, DePIN, those are the narratives that are going to take off, in my opinion, as BTC makes new highs, right? We're at 88,000. We touched 89. I honestly think we touched 90K today, but it just rejected. So for me, that 90K is a lot of resistance. And you got to think about it. We were just at 69,000. We went from 69,000 to 88,000. That's $18,000 increase within a week or two. So it's we're in a very bullish time. People are buying BTC. If you look at the ETF inflows, people are purchasing BTC. They're purchasing it by the millions, the hundreds of millions each and every week, and the price is just going to keep going up until the bull market's over, which typically lasts 6 to 12 months, right? So very bullish time. And yeah, I don't think it's too late to get in, but you know, you got to do your own research. You got to make sure it's right for you, right? So yeah, that is the market. The market is looking great, and we're just going to see more stuff like this. We're going to see a lot of altcoins bounce back up and make all-time highs, go crazy. I think that's where most of the gains are going to be. But again, plays like Coinbase, MicroStrategy, Tesla, pay attention how these stocks move when these macro events happen, like interest rate cuts, political events, all this type of stuff. You need to pay attention to this. Get a paper, get a pad. Say, okay, when these type of things happen, this is what happens to tech stocks like Coinbase, Tesla, and MicroStrategy. But that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.